Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your July 2019 general reading. I've already done your love reading and the Vimeo link is underneath if you would like to watch it for the month of July. So I'm going to pull one additional guidance card before I shuffle the rest of the deck. We're obviously going into eclipse season, so it's in Cancer, Capricorn. So going to be quite an emotional time, okay? I enjoy eclipse season. The trick is to let go of what wants to go and to welcome what wants to come. And I think this is greatly clarified with the new life card. We can't get the new if we're holding on too tightly to our old life, and even this belief that life has to go a certain direction. The trick with this eclipse season is to go with the flow, okay? The water energy. Ooh, let's see how this is going to be for Scorpio. The new life card, one of my favourites, because it reminds me of springtime. You know, when the sun begins to rise again. That's that energy. Everything's new. I can almost smell the energy, Scorpio. And when I pull this card, I always have a great month. So I am really hoping Scorpio are going to have a great month. I am going to slice the cards, shuffle one more time. So give me clear-cut messages for how Scorpio guides through the energy of the month. Wow, what's behind you? The Queen of Swords behind you. With the Six of Swords, so very mental energy. Six of Swords is a transition card. So some of you are in some sort of process of change. Because of the Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords can be quite a detached energy. It's very, very good for Scorpio to have the energy of being detached a little while now and again, and not to always be controlled by your emotional responses. So a little bit detached here. Let's see what this is all about. What you most want is the Page of Cups. What's helping you get the Page of Cups is the Four of Discs. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles is the challenge. Ten of Pentacles in your relationships, very, very nice. This can be a very prosperous card, but it's a very solid, committed card as well, okay? Queen of Wands in your money and work, beautiful. Hanging Man at soul position. And the outcome is Temperance, very balanced, okay? I'm not getting that much emotional turbulence for you. In fact, you are so passionate this month, Scorpio, especially when it comes to what you're doing in your finances, okay? Queen of Wands, very powerful. She's a fire queen that goes forward and brings her fire to the world. So very expressive, very, very dynamic. So what you most want is the Page of Cups. So this is either going to be about a new relationship or an existing relationship you might feel has lost its sort of newness. The Page of Cups is very much about that infatuation, the early stages of a love relationship. And because it's what you most want, there might be a feeling that maybe your existing relationship is a little bit stuck, or what you want is this brand new love. It's very interesting though, because what's helping you get the Page of Cups is the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles tends to be a card of holding back. Yeah? Holding back a little bit. And maybe the story is, as you hold back, this page steps forward to you. Okay? It's that strange irony that everyone wants what they can't have. So maybe the trick here, Scorpio, as you take a step back, the other person steps forward. Is there a connecting card between these two? You've got the King of Cups. Ooh. There's an awful lot of emotion here and an awful lot of feeling. But the King of Cups has so many meanings. He's the clarifier between the both of them. So this is clearly about an emotional bond. The King of Cups, quite often, when he's in his more shadowy state, he only dips his toe in the water and he keeps his own throne. So I think that's the message here. Because if the Four of Pentacles is helping you get this Page of Cups, which again, in an existing relationship, it's about the return to that infatuation, or for some this is a brand new relationship. There's sort of a message, Scorpio, about taking a step back. So as we take a step back, we allow the other person to find us, to step forward to us. That is your very, very clear-cut messages here. The challenge with the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles might be an earth sign person who's the challenge to this beautiful bond. So this might be someone from the past, it might be someone from the present, or again, the Queen of Pentacles shows up very often around boundaries, okay? And because these cards are showing up, there's definitely this message for Scorpio about having someone with very, very high self-esteem. It is actually really, really fine at taking a step back because she trusts herself and she trusts as she looks after her own self. This little page or this King of Cups will slowly find their way to her. And to be able to do that means you've got one hell of a self-esteem. So you're not operating through scarcity or through fear, okay? Again, for some of you, there might be a little bit of a insecurity around your financial stability. I think this is just the theme of 2019. I am not sure if that ever completely goes away. Can you clarify the challenge, please, for Scorpio? Yeah, the Star card. Maybe a little bit of the challenge is having faith. Because of the Queen of Wands here, she's so confident. So obviously so many of you are pushing forward to manifest, to actualize some sort of vision, some sort of ideal you have for your life. And I love the fact, Scorpio, that you're so dynamic and so confidently and powerfully going yes to life. And the challenge just might be, is this all going to work out for me? Deep breath. Now, in your relationships, there's a bit of a fascinating story happening here because you've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is a great financial card. But this is also a card of commitment and stability. And there's an awful lot of openness because look at this chest. It's very, very open. But because your advice was about taking a step back, there seems to be a message, I think, as you take a little bit of a step back, probably focus on your Queen of Wands. This energy is going to come forward to you. That's what I feel. Any more clarity here? I mean, you can check out the love reading, which will give you extra clarity. Tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles. It's with the wheel. So there's a huge turning of events in your relationships. But don't forget this Four of Pentacles. These queens would not run after anyone or anything because their power is in their allowing, their power is in their passion, and their power is in their receptivity, you know. And I think, Scorpio, your energy is very much based on magnetism rather than going after. So I almost want you to allow this energy to come to you. I'm going to ask for one more advice card for you, because the soul position, you've got the Hanging Man. So having two queens, the advice card and the Hanging Man, is about making this decision. It's almost thy will be done. Yeah, having this very powerful inner confidence that as you let go of the need to control the outcome, look after your own self, be this powerful queen energy, what you're looking for and what you want is going to find its way to you. You know what, Scorpio? Sometimes we need to act, and sometimes we need to do nothing. And we need to allow the great wheel to do things for us, and our inner power to do the work for us. Anyhow, your outcome is Temperance, so you're in a pretty much a great place here. Temperance is this, she floats on water, yeah? She's vulnerable, but vulnerability, we don't grow unless we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, to be open. And this is what Temperance is about. And she's got this fantastic balance. She doesn't spill one single drop of this cup. She's calm, she's regulated. It's also a Sagittarius card, remember, so about vision. But really the vision of Temperance is about allowing your intuition, your heart and your guidance to lead the way. I need more this is a very interesting dynamic going on here, and I think for a lot of yous it seems to be playing out on an emotional front. So don't forget the dynamic. If we push something too much, it tends to back off from us, and if we take a step back, this is the rules of energy, by the way. What we want takes a step towards us. So can you give me one more card for all this? Not confusing. One more card, please. You got the World card, yeah, becoming a master. And really become a master, Scorpio, is to be a master of energy dynamics. And if you imagine all relationships as a dance, and as we take a step back, the person comes towards us, and then we get to be more and more in charge of our self-esteem, what we will accept and what we will not accept. And then dynamics begin to change as we begin to change. So in some ways, taking a step back and getting into the Hanged Man is becoming really the more and more powerful manifestation of Scorpio energy. As we let go, everything that we want comes to us. Can you give me one more message for Scorpio, please? Ace of Swords, clarity, vision, sight. Tell me about the Queen of Wands and the money and work. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands. Oh my gosh, it's all this fiery pushing forward. Because the fire is about soul expression. It's about bringing this vision out into the world, about the life that we truly want to manifest. Very, very powerful energy. And I think your pushing forward is going to be in the area of work and money. And where you need to take a step back is going to be around the area of relationship. Don't get into any push and pull dynamic. Just take a step back, mind your self-esteem, Mind what you're putting up with. Look after those boundaries and allow. The page becoming the king talks about a very, very deep emotional connection here. And it's either going to be a new one or a very powerful existing one that's maybe lost a little bit of its joy and a little bit of its innocence. As you step back, what you want will come to you, because Temperance is also a very, very beautiful relationship card, because it's about a blending of energies, and two people who blend very, very well. Fascinating reading. And 2 tens in your relationship means things are turning around in a very, very good way. But my advice, take a step back, Scorpio, and allow this to sort itself out, and you become this powerful queen and knight, and you're working money and go forward. Lovely reading, absolutely lovely reading. Look after yourself. Become a little bit more of the observer and less of the reactor, and then watch how life changes for you, Scorpio. Love you lots, and check out your Vimeo reading. It might give you some extra clarity. If not, I'll be back next week for the weeklies. Loads of love. Bye.